the conversation about privilege that we have is deep in this book because no one gets off scot-free. The problem with centering a certain group of people is that people have to center them. And guess what? They aren't all white.
Okay.
Look, if we didn't buy into the power center, you would see a stark difference in the way corporate America business is done today. You have some people that look just like you and me that are so a part of the status quo that when they see someone like you and me asserting themselves, trying to lead, they try even harder than the white folks to keep us down.
Why do they, why? What is that all about? I mean, I don't understand that. I mean, my arms are open. My mind is open to receive and to give, you know, people, especially people of color, because I know you got a bad break. You know, I know somebody said something to you and you can't get past it. There are some people, well, I was telling my mother this story. My mother always told me how beautiful I was. She always told me I could do whatever I wanted to do. Whatever it was I wanted to do, I could do.
Yeah.
And I believed it at the house.
Yeah.
But then when I got to school,
that's hard.
I had to be what the other people, my peers, thought I was. And so that is so wrong. And I kept telling myself, Mama, I just believe I remember what you said. She said, yeah, I know, but sometimes you didn't see it when you looked in the mirror.
Listen, your mother was trying to pour into you that positive affirmation. And you needed it reinforced because when you stepped into that schoolyard, you had folks telling you something different.
Exactly.
And so many of us have bought into it. We believe what's being said. Look, my parents used to call it, and they're both 78 years old now. They don't look it, they don't act it. But growing up in the rural South in Texas and in Arkansas, they understood it to be that there are those of us who believe the white man's ice is colder. That's the way they put it.
Yeah, and that's true.
And so if you don't have these European standards of beauty, how can you be beautiful?
Right. But you know, and like you said, there are not only white people centering you, there are people that look just like you center you too.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're all in on it. You know, sometimes it's subconscious. How many times have you been into a room of all sorts of people and just decided that the white guy must be in charge, or just that the guy is in charge?
Oh yeah.
And then you have to wait. That sister's in charge. And it may be a very refreshing thought for you, but you know, some of it is very subconscious and we play into it. We have to watch ourselves.
We do.
In the book, you will find that while I had some folks that came from me that were white, I had more people of color, Latinx, Asian, Black, who were doing the white man's dirty work for them. And it makes you go, why is this? They don't believe in themselves, let alone you.
And you know what? And you think about it, if you think about it, that back in slavery, you had the house Negro,
yes, ma'am,
and the field Negro.
Yes, ma'am.
And the house Negro was put on duty to make sure the field Negro stayed in line.
Yes, and there's an overseer too.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And so we are still fighting that fight.
Yeah, look, we go back